how you doing? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I'm gonna teach you guys to make bank fast, so enjoy. Alright, so today's method of farming, per se, is gonna be using inscription, enchanting, and levelworking. Preferably your scribe and levelworker on the same character. You want to make sure you also have the Xanalari enchant on your gloves, so you can be making these Shimmerscale arm guards quickly. You're going to have Shimmerscale and mass bulk that you buy off the auction house or farm, whatever. I suggest auction house, and the bloodstained bones. On my server, they're around 6 gold per for the region average, but you know, you're still going to get them for cheaper. So I'm going to make 2100 of these in the video, and this will be fast. So here, I go to my alt, that's the Disenchanter. We're just going to disenchant the blue bracers, and we're going to keep the greens on the levelworker scribe to scrap for the expulsum. That's very important for later on. Alright, so now we're going over to our enchanter. We're going to get the mail, we're going to get all these blues. We're going to disenchant them for the Umbra Shards and the Gloom Dust. Alright, this is going to be the kick in the nuts. I spent 300k in this part of the video. You're going to buy the herbs needed for the Darkmoon cards and ink. The math for this is if I have 300 expulsum and it's 10 ink per card, 300 expulsum times 10 ink divided by 26, which comes for me out to 117 stacks of herbs. For you, the expulsum number will be the variable, so it's different. So just substitute that number in for the formula. The reason why I divided by 26 is because for every 200 herbs milled, you get 26 Verdicent ink. Now I'm going to send the herbs over to the scribe and mass mill them down. Alright, the only important part here is you keep the green ink and the red ink, but the blue ink you can vendor. It's worthless. Alright, in this part of the video, all I'm doing is converting the Verdicent pigment into ink. Alright, this is the fun part. Now we're going to change the ink and the expulsum into the Darkmoon cards. So I'm crafting 300 here. It's pretty RNG. You see, I don't get one of the blockade cards until I made 160. So, good luck. In this part of the video, we're going to begin to list auctions. I'm listing the Darkmoon Decks I made for the appropriate prices, and I'm also going to list the Umbra Shards and the Gloom Dust, but I'm not listing the Crimson Pigment on my server right now because I already have 50 stacks on it. I'm also keeping all of the cards I made because when I do it again, it's going to be important. But I have stash cards to make more stacks, and you'll make more money the second time around than your first time around, which is actually amazing. These are the final expenses for the video. I paid 301k for herbs, 75k for Shimmerscale, and about 50k for bloodstained bones. In my opinion, this is way worth it. This is the profit on my server. Darkmoon decks were a very large percentage of my profits. Although it's late in the BFA expansion, they still are selling. The Umbra Shards sold in stacks of 200, but I've also recently sold them in stacks of 5 and made them sell even faster. Gloom Dust is good to sell in 200. Now for the Pigment, I'll be careful selling that in high amounts and sell it relatively slowly between 20 to 50 stacks per day and waiting to sit in the auction house. Otherwise, you might have someone undercut you and the relisting fee be a pain in the ass. I hope everyone has an amazing day. Enjoy.